The Salvation Army, as most persons will know, is an international organization. It started in 1865 by their founder, William Booth. Here it started in Trinidad in 1901. The Salvation Army worldwide is structured on the military system. Other churches we call pastors, we call our members officers, and then the members of the congregation we call soldiers. Here in Trinidad we have just 5 units we call corps. Denominations say churches, we call them corps. We have one in San Negrani, one in San Fernando, one in Tunupuna, one in Tobago, and 2 here in Porto, Spain. They all relate to what we call the division headquarters. The Salvation Army conducts a number of social programs outside of our time of worship, so to speak. We have what we call community care programs, whereas we have this selected group of men and women, both young and old, and they will go out and they will visit homes and give a word of encouragement. They will seek to help to clean a person's house or write a letter for persons who might not be able to write a letter, or do a little chore for them. And we will have a time of prayer with them as well. Then we have our disaster program. In time of disaster, we send people out to investigate and see where the needs are and see what we can do to help. And that's what we do quite often. Also, we have persons who come to us for counseling from time to time, and we give that counseling as well. And also we have particularly those young ladies who are moved from the country area who want to continue their education or want to find first-time employment. We have our facilities, our hostels for young women where they can stay. We have the Josephine Shaw House. Then we have the Geddes Grant Hostel over in Duncan Street. That caters for women between 35 to 40. But we also have on Duncan Street we call our Senior Citizen Center. Try to make sure we have a program that helps them to utilize their energies and also their intellect. The Salvation Army today have a number of youth activities that will attract and continue to attract young people, such as our Bible study, our Cortex classes, our music, our timbrels, our mime and dance, and also we have times for fellowship, or recreation we call it, and also we have a time for camps.
My name is Rosetta Hoyt. I'm the Assistant Administrator of the Josephine Shaw Hostel, run by the Salvation Army, here on Henry Street, Port of Spain. I have been in the Salvation Army as a member from 1965. I have been here for over 25 years, working with young ladies from the ages of 18 to 35. They come in from the country areas, Tobago, and even from the Caribbean islands. This place has been here for quite a while. It's over 64 years. The Salvation Army has been in charge of the Josephine Shaw Hostel. This property was officially owned by the Celliers family, and in 1947 the government bought it. The building was named after Lady Josephine Shaw, one of the governor's wife. Here at the hostel, it's like a home away from home. For ladies to be admitted at this hostel, they must be working or they could be studying. They are allowed to access internet services in their various rooms, and also we have cable television. Our hostel here offers the young ladies facilities for cooking. There's a kitchen. For laundering, there's a laundry. And there's also lawns where they can play games, so they can have some time of fellowship with friends, relatives, or whoever may visit them from time to time.
Hi, I'm Nadine. I am originally from San Fernando. I am one of 38 residents living presently at the hostel. My first reaction was, I love the surroundings, the architecture of the building, the old structures. Presently pursuing a course in accounting. Coming from South into Port of Spain, the hostel is really a nice place to stay, especially when you're coming from far.
My name is Keith Horton. My wife is Karen Horton, and both of us are from Jamaica, and we are responsible for running this institution, which is the Women's Hostel and Senior Citizens Home on Duncan Street. For the senior citizens, we provide meals for them, which is a regular 4 meals for the day. We also have medical services for them as well. And we also have counseling ministries. We also have fellowship ministry as well. We do everything that is possible. At this home, we have accommodation for over 28 persons. Just come inside, and as long as there are vacancies, it will be granted for those persons. The women's hostel that is run upstairs, it is set up in such a way that for ladies who are working in and around Port of Spain and find it hard to transport from one end to the next over Trinidad, there's room for them as well. Some of them are sent here through the government as well, while some of them just walk on in and they are being interviewed as well.
My name is Joanne Semper Caprieta, originally from Manzanilla number 3. I work at Port of Spain at the Port of Spain General Hospital. A normal day to work at Port of Spain, I would get up about 3:30 in the morning to get a maxi to come to Port of Spain to be on work by 7 o'clock. A few years ago, after waiting transportation in San Grande, I fell. I got a blackout about after 11, so in the night, transportation tends to be difficult because it's country area. So I decided to take up the telephone directory, call Salvation Army to see if I could get a room in Port of Spain so I could stay instead of going that trek every day backward and forward. It tends to take something off of the body, you know. So I came here, I met Miss Giuseppe, and I got a room, and I'm here since that time. I would go Manzanilla on a weekend when I'm off, and I stay in Port of Spain to go to work. The fact that I don't have to go home, I'm saving transportation, because instead of having to pay a maxi, roughly $30 a day, travel backward and forward, I could just walk up the road and take a taxi for $4 to $8 a day.
My name is Lieutenant Jacqueline Johnson. I am the commanding officer of the Salvation Army Corps right here in San Grande. In San Grande, the Salvation Army is part of the Christian church, and we help to give spiritual guidance to help them, empower them, equip them on their spiritual journey. There are social aspects to our program here in San Grande. We have a feeding program. Every Thursday we feed those who are homeless. We feed those who are unemployed, the elderly, those who may just need a helping hand for a time. So they know they can come here, get a meal. They know that they will be fed. Many come to get some for their children also, and they're able to make ends meet and be able to survive another day. We cater to about sometimes 20, 25, 30 persons. It comes about because of the help of members of the church. We get donations from business persons, members of the public who give money. Sometimes we do get donations of persons bringing lunch. So we just, when you have to serve it, it will be done prepared already, and we just serve it.
I joined the Salvation Home League 1970, and I never regret in joining the Home League.
There is a park in Salvation Army. A little group of women is meet every Monday in the month, and we celebrate, we do little craft, and that group is also travel. We travel to other countries to meet other Home League members.
I never stop. I enjoy everything, the service, the preaching, the Bible lesson.
The motto of Home League is, she looketh well of a household, eat it, not the bread of idleness.
My husband died, and I was lonely all by myself and my child, and then I need something more. And I say that they will make me feel alive.
And women look well at the household and do not eat bread of idleness. Idleness means only idling, and your mind don't have nothing to do. So if you look at well at the household, you mean take care of your family, your mind won't be idle. So that is a real strong motto you must always adopt as a housewife.
Our officers are not paid a salary per se. They receive an allowance, so therefore we are able to give more of a charity dollar to charity than for overhead expenses. So that makes a lot of difference, because where an ex-CEO or some other person, some other organization might receive a salary, and is guaranteed and becomes a part of the thing, we don't get that. Ours comes from the tithe and offering of the church, and then a 10% of whatever is raised is used for administrative purposes. If, however, the church doesn't have the funds, then we are without allowance. We can spend all the money we have on social programs, but we can't spend on ourselves, and that's a big difference.
I'm originally from Barbados. I don't have any family in Trinidad, but that is the norm of being a Salvation Army officer. We normally leave home, we leave everything, and we go and we serve God in various places. So it is the norm for the Salvation Army minister, officer, that we are always far away from home. Our job is not a regular 8 to 4, we're always on job 24/7.
I think one of the greatest challenges we have right now is looking to raise $8.9 million for a new transitional home for young men. More or less, we're catering for those who are leaving the children's home and those who might be out on the streets for one reason or another. Because it's our understanding that roughly 80% of these young persons, when they leave the children's home, end up in some kind of crime. And therefore, we're trying to really address that area as well.
An incident happened here where I heard like about 3 or 4 bangs went off. And because we just celebrated the holidays, the Christmas holiday, I just thought people were just celebrating. And when I looked through my window, there was a young man on the floor with his blood just running out. His life just ushered away. I can't believe that he was maybe about 18, maybe the most 20-year-old. And to see a young man's life just ushered away just like that, it really put a spell in my heart to think, what is happening to this world?